Well, I'm not gonna give fanfare or anything. Ow. That music blares in your ear. Well, for someone like me that has headphones on and is listening to the source, I think I can actually turn it up a little bit. Get situated here. Fix this. Yeah, that should be fine. I've heard about this game a bunch. People say it's good stuff. I guess this is a family tree. That makes sense, right? $19.99. I'm guessing the girls is as old as is probably like what, like she's that old, she's probably like 17 or something, maybe? I don't remember when this game came out. The Milton person died really quick, it seems. Jeez. It's like a lot of these people died pretty young. Right? Odin. Who do you think Odin is? Sanjay. 1992 to 2003 though. Why is it branch off there? That's weird. Either way. Yeah. There's opening. Can I just like... oh. I have a broken arm. And discarded Chinese food. Did I pick that up? Girl must be a jerk. I don't know. I can't tell if I'm getting further away from that or not. That's why I just kind of started without anything, because I already loaded it up. Weird, R2 opens it.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Oh, okay. Just kind of load in like that. Sorry, just listening to her story at the end of the game. Is that how we're doing it here? I don't really know. I'm gonna turn this up a little more and see if that's okay or not. That looks like chugging already, doesn't it? I don't know. Oh, I feel like I haven't played on,
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Oh. That's interesting. Not moving her other arm, so is it still broken in this? Oh, nope, it's not broken.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Huh? Can't grab this. Can zoom in. Triangle can be a menu, but so is that. Touchpad doesn't do anything. Joysticks don't do anything. Can't run. Seems. Why'd they make it L?
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Milton? Oh, no, Lewis. Right. 1998 to 2000. 1988 to 2000. None of those people are that old. This property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. I know this is supposed to be like a puzzle game and stuff too, I think. Looks like that house is gonna be some giant puzzle house.
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Ah! Oh.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Eh. There's already 2 paths though. I don't know which way to go. Can't jump or anything though. Wonder if I'll get locked out of something.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Hoof prints. Well, now I want to go the other way. The way the girl seems to have a lot of family die. A lot. When they're relatively young. And she has a strange house and property. And her mother left her a strange key when she died. Kind of weird, too. Where's all the secrets? Can I get my coins so I can get a gun? I doubt there's anything like that in this. What is that? Missing. Can't really read it. Oh. Looks like some kid. Maybe, this brother? There's one that died really young, so maybe it's that one. Can be like the predator in the woods. He's not gonna mention anything about that? Man, those angles always look so weird. Can't jump or nothing. I don't know what it should feel about this. Yeah.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Huh?
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Great. That seems to have a lot of weird stuff around it. A lot of missing person signs that are kind of creepy to have there, but you know, what you gonna do? I guess.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
I already got a trophy. All roads. Take both paths to the house. Oh. Well, I guess I did it. Guessing there's probably... I'm guessing this game isn't exactly hard to get all the trophies for if I really wanted to, but... Probably not gonna worry about that. These games usually are interesting, to say the least. These types of games. I haven't played one like this in a while. Well, I guess that weird light game I played. That was kind of just depressingly sad, though. Yeah, are we gonna mention this still? I feel like we should probably mention that, right? Where's these frogs, too? I don't see them anywhere. Still modeled frogs? Okay, so I was like right next to that area.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Yeah, and this game's supposed to be like about dreams and stuff, right? Music's nice. So can I read it better now? Milton Finch. That's the kid who died relatively young. I guess it would make sense that they would have missing posters. Also, there's deer right here. I kind of have to look. That power line's going to it. That house looks really messed up, though. What architects do you think worked on that? I'll make it ram me. Get over here. How'd you even get over that? Ah. No, nothing else really over here. Said cars went up this. I guess he is implying that it's been a few years. Maybe like landslides and stuff. I don't feel like a car could fit up that, though. Like, the proportions. There's definitely some blockage they would need to clear up. Think I can, no. No? Can't steal the car? Assuming this is probably on an island. So it starts when I leave the island? What is that thing? Like an old windmill thing or something that fell? I think they could have at least not littered everywhere. Not junk everywhere. Got any garbage? What do you think that is? I think it's a can of beans or something. I can read it a little better now. About Milton Finch. Still hard to read. Oh, maybe these are like cans of beer or something. Someone looking at their missing kid. Oh, it looks like this is a slide.
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Huh? Edie? Those people lived, a bit longer. The Edie lady at least lived decently. A dragon killed Odin.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Well, yeah, look at it.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Ah, so you get 17. Called it. Hey, you got a dog door. Little, cracked open. Oh, just wind chimes right there. Got a recycling bin at least.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Well, I'm definitely on an island. I was wondering what it was doing at first. It was making me zoom in all weird. If Like, I'm not doing that. Why is it doing that?
I heard something moving around in the garage.
Hey, you wanna not burglarize my home? You gonna break my arm or something?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Not letting me go back through? Oh. Can I just...
The power had been turned off the night we left.
dog food or something?
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
If you say so.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Yeah, it sounds like most of your family's dead. Kinda sucks for you. Lewis Finch. Great-grandson. Memorial service. Yeah, the older brother died, and then the really young one died. The girl lived. Holiday feats, witch's kitchen, Viking belly. Tasting Thailand Nordics cookbook. Weird recipes. Flour, salt, water, yeast. Sounds like those are probably going to be references. They left a lot of stuff here for, and they eat a lot of Chinese food, apparently.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Huh? Well, you gotta give them credit for their dedication. Looks like they have a lot of the same stuff.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
I think the apple pie or wait, what? It's probably just stain. And blood. Probably just stain. Bird stuff. Looks like they left in a hurry. Maybe.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
That sounds creepy. Smile with too many teeth. Begin to open the front door.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
I mean, it could have been. I don't know.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Why is this, like, cocked? Got the weird, like, gluish stuff, and this giant lock over it. That doesn't bother anyone. Guess the grandma had a lift. Basement.
Great-grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara,
Sasquatch?
along with the rest of the house.
Huh? Barbara. Doesn't say how old the Sven guy is. Maybe they made movies? Like they like Sasquatch a lot. Any burglars around? One of those tree stool things. Do you really?
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Huh? After it sank. I guess you're on an island, so it probably could happen. These are probably pictures of developers, aren't they? Probably. Weird. Dawn Finch, living room. Yeah, this is the Dawn person, died in 2016. Why'd they have so many relatives die? Yeah, I guess it's a normal flat screen. They're somewhat modern.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Awkward. Why'd they leave in such a hurry? I guess because bills that weren't being paid.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Eh. Ew. Blood, moldy food everywhere. Things always have like a weird unsettling feeling to them. There's only 3 people eating though. So the grandma, this girl, and her mom? Well, that's definitely blood, right? Or is it soy sauce stuff? They all die of some disease or something? Making sure there's nothing I missed over here, right? Think they're gonna have cats or anything in this? Yeah, it's probably all fine. What could possibly go wrong in this unsettling house? Well, I can look at the basement. I might not have a key for it.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Uh-huh. I had to try. Looks like the only path I have now is to go upstairs. It's supposed to be years after? She said it was 4 years after, wouldn't she? No. Definitely more. Is it 6 years after? Is it 2016 right now? Hmm.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
So they all had crises. Sealed up the bedrooms.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Oh.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Why'd they seal them all up, though?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
A lock on a book.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
We're all magic. Or something. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Wouldn't just go into the Molly girl's room? Well, before I do that, gotta look around.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Bigfoot. That person didn't live that long either.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Apparently locked the lock.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
I think I actually have to get up close.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Do I have a picture of them painting it? Guess they like pictures. They definitely like pictures. Edie. Huh.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Okay, so the person is just a big painter. Alvin. George. Just says when all of them died. Kind of creepy, isn't it?
Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Well, that's weird.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Uh-huh. Well, that sounds weird. But okay. Well, hang on. I gotta look. I didn't do this. Man, she takes forever to go downstairs. And look in this one.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Oh. A little creepy. But okay. They all keeping secrets. Ugh. I need to load. Well, I guess I'm gonna crawl in here.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Was he, alive or dead?
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Yeah, Molly's room. Or does it send you through time?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Apparently to you getting a broken arm.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
What? Oh, huh. At first I thought it was a dead
Being
gerbil.
inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Yeah, she's got the princess decor pretty down. This is another person that died really young too. Orca's Island Calves. Starfish. And blueprints of their rooms. What? Small dead Christmas tree. Scorpion bugs.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh. Yeah. Want to eat your goldfish?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Yes, don't eat me. Weird way to show it, I guess.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Huh?
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Right, didn't her hand look like it had some red spots on it? It gets like bad chicken pox or something.
I kept eating and eating.
Toothpaste.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Yeah, there's spots on her. She gets some disease. Clearly there's something.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
It was during Christmas time. Well, didn't see that one coming.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Can I really jump that high? Nah. Cat attack.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Huh? They have a tree fort thing? Ah.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Gonna eat that bird.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
That's creepy.
I gobbled her up and and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits.
I don't really see them. Oh wait, adjust angle. There they are. Ah.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
What? Anyone else thinks this girl might have problems, maybe?
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? Well, I didn't expect this. Ow. Why did I turn into a shark? My appetite is insatiable.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Wouldn't you be a little worried that you rolled off a cliff? How great it's inverted controls.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Fat and juicy.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Well, okay. Wait, slow down.
Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Huh? Turned into a snake.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh. I was a monster? It looks like I'm a snake, right? What, do the people of the Finches turn into unstoppable monsters and kill everyone?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Yeah, apparently I'm giant. Jeez.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Uh-huh. Oh. What am I doing?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry.
Huh?
I crossed the water and smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Oh. No, I'm just standing
I
this snake
slithered
thing.
onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Huh. Either you have a really weird imagination, girl, or I don't know. A toilet. And this is your house?
I got closer and closer.
She kills herself?
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer.
Oh.
It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Well then. That's not creepy.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh. Did you draw cat ears on the girl? Yeah. Gonna close that. I hear a cat. Hmm. Oh wait, I wanted to look under the... Oh well.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Ah.
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Hmm.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
It sounds like she doesn't like her mom much. Got CRT TV there. Mole man beneath Finch house.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Oh.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
A little forced way.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dragon kills Edith Finch. Oh. '90th birthday. Well, this lady obviously lived a while.
We started a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Hmm.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune.
Norway.
and misfortune.
Eh.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
What good things happen to them that they have certain things, but all their family members die young, like their curse. You birds of a feather. Yeah, they really like Norwegian stuff too. I'm guessing that means that all of this takes place. Well, not takes place. I'm guessing all of it has to do with Norwegian folklore
Great-grandma
or
had always
something.
been the family's biggest fan.
Edith. Well, there's your hand. You're gonna break it apparently, but there it is.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Guess she is wearing gloves. You had an owl. That's a snake. That's a snake.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh. Yeah, this bathroom.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Oh. Those little Lego type doll things. Little stuff. Lots of pills.
It was a pretty big trace.
I don't know what that means. Feel like you don't need that for that. Anyway. Another locked up book. My mother just decided to go around and lock a whole bunch of books up. There's a secret in this bathroom. And they wrote the book.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Huh? Oh. Okay then.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
There's a lot of pictures. Guess they really like to make secret rooms. I suppose if anyone wanted to make their own home, wouldn't you make a secret room everywhere? Just for the fun of it. Couple turns land into Native Haven. Like the guy drank here sometimes. So it led into a different room. Keep their rooms separate. No, no, no. Don't crawl. That looks like it's obviously a fake wall. I've ever seen a fake wall. I guess one likes space a lot and one likes photos. Fort Sam. Yeah.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Yeah, it would appear so.
And that he never talked about him.
Why'd that one fall off? Odin Finch National Park. He had a park named after him, I guess. What does that say? I can't even see. Captured. Secret liver of war. Photography. Why do they even let me come up here? Good that I can go up the other one, but... Calendar from 1961. Explore the universe. What if I don't want to explore?
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Gotta bury history. Don't let it be remembered. Gotta wonder how the grandma got over here. Make someone else do it.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
You broke a leg?
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Oh!
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh. The swing broke?
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
That's why they didn't want the
then
girl to
maybe
go on it?
he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do this.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
That's how that swing broke.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh. Okay then.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Hmm. Ugh. Really like secret doors. I wouldn't really call this puzzle anything yet. So far there's been no puzzles. Insulation, my worst nightmare.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Yeep. Milton. Seems like that Milton kid was around everywhere here.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Maybe you shouldn't have. Looks like she wanted extravagant clothes and stuff, though. Guess she got older.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
One part looks a little more childish, but this part, you can tell that she at least got actually, what age would she have been? 40, so 50, 60. Yeah, she got a little older. Dreadful stories. Worked in a diner or something. Yeah, a burger place. Her old, I guess she started smoking a lot. Movies. Improv night. Piper. Well, I guess stuff happened.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream.
Oh.
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Really? Is this open source?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
This looks so weird in comic style.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
This is just where the saw was. Ah.
The old fridge rattled and grew stale.
Oh dear! Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Oh.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
What? Looks so weird. They really like using this music, don't they? I guess they just always have Christmas light stuff up. Ah. Ah. Yeah.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Yeah.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And who he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Huh?
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Yeah, she didn't see her brother.
she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Huh. Ear? Well, weird.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I don't know, seems weird. Well, back in the toy box.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yes. Like people were murdered in these parts. There. Why would you make it like that? Oh. No one does that? No one's been down here in a long time, right? Maybe. No, people still went down here. They actually did their laundry still. They did their laundry. So this guy's workshop too.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Huh? You made a mini model of the dragon thing. Like to use wood a lot.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Old birthday presents. Stuff to board up.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Huh?
turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Well. Very dark in here. The generator down.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Oh.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
He made a bomb
If
shelter?
there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
He ended up becoming a prepper guy. He actually lived a long life. Walter, can opener. Break outside. So the guy became traumatized. And then be in a bomb shelter, essentially. Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, why isn't it letting me go?
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Huh?
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
A little,
I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
yeah, a little weird not to tell you that kind of stuff.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Do all this trash into a hole there. Giant jars of peanut butter. Brown rice. Used a sledgehammer.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that
Oh,
there's only
he
one
broke
house
out.
left. Or maybe two.
Huh?
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm...
One or maybe two. She still not know if Milton's alive? Apparently her mom died, right?
worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Red light.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Chairs. Why are there chairs?
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them. for what that's worth.
Did that they all go insane? And they all suffer from terrible memory loss. Wonder what that thing is. Can see stuff in the distance, which is probably just the mainland, I guess. The actual mainland. Guess that's a statue or something. Oh.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Eh. I'm in the backyard. Guess I'm gonna look at the treehouse. Who's she supposed to be talking to, though? Is she 16 and pregnant?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Huh? Yeah, that...
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Well, that's a lot of pets.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Well then. A cat owl, that's serpent-like. Hmm. I suppose hers was more recent. Oh, you're not that old either, huh?
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
The house that sunk. They never got... No one ever got sent to clean it up.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Wait, I wanted to look at other stuff. I wanted to see what that was. It's just a piece of wood.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
Yeah.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Ew. You died really young, as in a year old. Y'all died pretty young.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
The only one without a... Only one without a, different name, so this must have been her dad, right?
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Yeah, you don't know. Maybe he ran away, because he doesn't like any of you. And he thinks you're all
There's
creepy.
so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Who knows? You don't have a broken arm still, though, so I'm kind of curious about that.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh. So she is pregnant? I was right. She's 16 pregnant, except she's 17. Grab on there. Oh, there's a ladder? There's a lot of climbing, huh?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Oh, the fire pit. Rah.
They were both pretty intense.
Huh? Like this guy was a hunter?
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
And war. Oh, I didn't even look at any of this stuff. Jeez.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess he was a hunter and stuff or whatever. Actually, this is the other brother, right? That went to war. Hmm. A ring. Didn't get to propose to someone or something?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Oh, so that car was his?
wait.
It's too early, Dad.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
You take a lot of pictures of daughter? Wooden Finch trail map. Hearing cars but not seeing them.
Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Gotta get the focus just right.
Nothing quite like being outside.
Hold still on.
Hey!
Huh?
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna—
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Huh? So awkward.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
Huh? Ooh, that must suck.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Yeah, the Dawn girl lived until 2016. I'm guessing that was her mom. That probably sucks. That's why you're supposed to stab it when you're just to make sure and stuff. Yes, Finch. Well, that must have been her mom, though. I think, maybe. Meal rations. MREs.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Finch control. Yeah. It's more like a barracks thing. Guessing this is for... Oh yeah, it's for the little kids that died, I suppose. Oh no, it's just because that it's her mom and her brothers. Raise flag, breakfast, quiet time.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Oh, okay. Well, hang on.
At the time, it was as
I
far
can't
away as
imagine
she
my
could
mom
get.
ever writing poetry, and yet
Oh. Hang on. I have to look at everything. Not done yet. Divorce contract. No, I'm trying to read that. Ah. Okay, pledge.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I was wondering what I was supposed to be doing. They turned me into a baby.
Vacuum's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Ah.
I wonder what he saw.
Do I have to hit him? Nah.
What his world was like.
Oh god, this is so hard.
It reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw. It sure made him happy.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
Huh?
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Oh. Did he make himself drown?
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Well then. But I don't even need to write that one.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Huh?
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Hmm. Yeah. This attack. I don't know where I'm supposed to apply this. Oh, this is how this totem breaks? Okay.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Okay, so lightning strikes the totem. It crushes them. On wedding day. Oh, and that's why there's chairs all around.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Oh. What, they got hit by a tornado or something?
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Huh? The rebellious one. With the sympathy. Well. She really likes the Bible.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about,
Eh?
but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Ow. Something she could hold on to. Dawn and Sana J. For helping hands create safe places. The Republic of India. And she was one of those people that went around trying to help people. And is to teach critical thinking.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
She's part Indian too? High school. Who has a high school ID? Weird.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Oh.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Hmm.
And to see kids in the house again.
Milton Lewis is all kinda neatly sorted. They're just kinda buckets. This is supposed to be hers. These are all kinda neat too.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
I don't know, it seems like it's pretty big already. It just, you know, didn't have some complex stuff.
For a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Lewis rules. They were homeschooled. I guess she was a teacher. Our family history, fact or fiction? Ugh.
But it didn't last.
Yeah, apparently all your brothers aren't exactly around. Thanks for you, I guess. Scientific method. To teach and to learn. Create a fulfilling classroom, Dawn Finch. Don't know what that says. It's hard to read. I think she would, keep the computer fine.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Yeah, that might not be great. Okay, save that for later, right? Milton.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
He likes painting stuff too. Just want to walk around at once. Okay. Doesn't seem like exactly the safest room, but it's creative. I guess these probably weren't sealed off before, but... Yeah, why'd the mom seal those off? Jeez.
think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Yeah, apparently it was really good too. For being like, what, 10? A pulley? Yeah. A pulley elevator. Hey, this looks cool. I guess her home and her brother's home are up there. Always gotta try and read the newspapers, right? Sometimes, juicy info in there. Native Haven, those are the same ones from before. Are these the unfinished swan people?
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
It might be. I'm not sure how to hold these sometimes. Oh. Seems pretty giant.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Oh yeah, was he older? Yeah. Yeah, he was. Okay. For some reason I thought he
Mom
was
spent
older at
months
first.
searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
So, she got to meet her mom when she was crazy?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
The brother did live longer, though. Just not super long. And then the mom died a few years later.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Yeah. This is gonna be a suicide thing and be sad. I'm surprised. I thought this was gonna be a puzzle game, but it just looks like it's an interactive story. Which isn't bad or anything, but...
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Yeah, brother. Well, I think it's kind of obvious how she got 16 and pregnant. She's a pothead like her brother or something.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
High school diploma. Well, he got through high school. Better than some of these. Like computers and stuff.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist,
Huh?
I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What?
wander.
Oh, video game
I
stuff?
asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously.
Oh.
I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Because he was just in his own world doing his own thing? Because he didn't have anything else to cope with it?
I even encouraged him.
Yeah, that's not usually not a good idea. She seems like a bad
It seemed
psychiatrist.
very promising at first.
So because he couldn't abuse substances,
He told me he'd made a new friend.
he messed up.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Seems like he had a pretty vivid imagination.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Oh. It seems like all these people have pretty
He no
big
longer spoke at the
imaginations.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
You.
He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Yeah, that much.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Just clear.
New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis is a little
We
easy.
started drifting away from our reality.
It's not very creative, easy.
Minneapolis.
Okay, come on.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
His mind became that detached.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Handsome queen? What?
The queen was on her own quest for
Why are they letting me check?
radiant rainbows.
It's almost a little hard.
He followed the sound of her
Electric sitar.
electric sitar.
So he just became consumed in thought, I guess. One of
His
lovely
chase led
details.
him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Ah,
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
oh, cool. Can I play this
But he
game?
was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Ugh, I feel oddly like I can relate to this guy. Probably not in a good
Someone
way.
who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
But I have an imagination similar to
And then it
this.
struck him
Suppose I
that
just
the
don't
real
let it get
Lewis
out of
was
control.
not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
I don't know, I'm still
My
shopping salmon.
imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Huh? Imperial Palace. That is his fake Nintendo.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Yeah, many people can get tired of the monotonous life. Oh, okay. Oh.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Leave that life to go into a life of something better. Looks like I might have been right about the other thing. Huh?
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Was that the name of the therapist? I wonder. Calico.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Oh. Well, that's depressing.
There was only one thing left to do.
I needed at work too, didn't he? Yeah, that's a bit depressing.
Bend down his head.
Do I have to?
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
No, her name is Emilia. Emilia, whatever.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Hmm. So essentially he did end up killing himself? Well, that's depressing.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
Huh?
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
That seems a little bit mean. But I guess that can happen if
I'm
you
not
just
sure
become...
if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
You didn't seal off her daughter's room, though.
I wish we'd stayed.
Packing peanuts, all the missing posters.
But I understand.
Are this where they all live? I assume this is where the mom and daughter were. This is where they
My
both
mom
stayed.
ended up leaving everything behind.
She had a whole bunch of her books.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
And this was her room.
But it had to end one way or another.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
How the grandma died. Or how the mom died. Or both. I guess she likes origami. It's a bit cramped. I would never like these rooms. Well, that's what you get for substance abuse, girl. No.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
This is her when she was younger.
the power
Like
had
6
been
years
shut off
younger.
that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
I mean, you'd think the
What
Edie...
you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories.
Oh.
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Mysteries of the Finch by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could
Oh no, it's in cursive.
There's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
You were sacrificed.
That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Oh, she finally got to see it.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered.
Yeah, would be easy to do. Probably bad to do if it's really low tide.
I started seeing things.
Okay, you might, I don't know, but okay.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Weird. Same type of funds.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Trying to be like a snake. Yeah, the grandma died in like 2010, right?
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Her family does seem pretty cursed, doesn't it?
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Are you gonna hear about how you, how you went into substance abuse and
Until I
then...
found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Ew, am I in a birth canal?
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Huh?
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Huh? What, did they just say that the family just keeps dying all the time?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Story about a giant sparrow. Creative directors. Well, I guess that's just a quick one. Or did they put it like that because it just means that they had different people do the different dream sequences or something? Swan jaw ale. Milton. Well, I guess stuff happened. I don't know, the family seems pretty cursed. Well, since the girl was young and pregnant, she probably went in cardiac arrest or something and died from pregnancy. Ugh. Substance abuse doesn't help with that either. Thanks, John. Going on? I don't know. Ugh. It's a wicked hot day today. Or at least it's hotter today. I even have the window open in my room too. Isn't a little... well, eh. You would think they would probably have moved a long time ago if their area is like that, but I don't know. Logic doesn't always matter. Also, in hindsight, wouldn't you think that if they killed like a buck or whatever on a cliff that they'd probably not want to be by its antlers and stuff? A hunter would know that they could be twitchy and stuff too. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I'm guessing this is just all developers as kids? Or people that they know? I assume it's, you know, their normal credits, obviously. Playtesters. I wonder if they're actually on the names of books. I didn't notice. It's a neat way of doing it. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Enjoy. Thank you. Edith Finch team. That was 2017. Okay. The end. Tia theme. Yeah. Play from the beginning. You didn't let me even read the old lady's book, though. Weird. Well, I don't know. That was a quick thing to go through, I guess. That was a lot quicker to go through. It was a lot quicker than that other game I played. What was that game called? The one with the weird alien black holes of light thing. I don't even remember what that was called. Anyways, I'll just end things here. For anyone popped in, thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. It was a weird game, I guess. Not bad or anything. It was just kind of weird, I guess. I was kind of hoping it would be more puzzle stuff, but yeah. I guess Ether 1 is the one that you want to play for puzzle stuff. Ether 1 was a good one, though. That one did get to me to cry. I would say if anyone wanted to play something like that. Something like that that actually has gameplay, at least. I don't know what other games I can even play, though. Thinking about Rhyme, maybe? I don't know. Maybe. That doesn't seem like that horrible. I don't even know what else. That Gone Home thing is like less than an hour. I guess if you listen to all the talking, it might be more. You could beat it in like 3 seconds, though. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna end things here. I might just be playing random stuff for the next few days, just 'cause, I don't know, maybe I could find something really short again. Either way, I hope you guys all have a good day. Till next time.